Today, I want to talk to you about the power of your circle of influence, the power of your communication lines, the people who you listen to on a regular basis. These are the people that are influencing the way that you think. So if you're talking to people that are giving you negative influence, they're telling you things that are discouraging you, or they're making you question yourself, you have to ask yourself, are these the people that I want to be listening to? At the end of the day, it comes to a lot of your success and your personal goals, achieving your personal goals in life, comes down to who do you listen to. It comes down to what information are you allowing in? What are you screening? Are you questioning and considering the source? A big thing that has led me to a higher level in my success is that I always question the source. Whenever somebody tells me something, you have to ask yourself, where's that information coming from? Is it coming from them? Is it coming from a good place? Is it helpful? Is it good advice? Do they have the results that I want to have? Or are they just repeating something that they heard that maybe they don't know is true, or that they are just giving you some information and some advice that they heard that they have not implemented in their own life? So the first thing you have to ask is, when somebody gives you advice, or when you decide to take advice from someone or to listen to someone and what they say is, have they accomplished something that I would like to accomplish? Have they achieved their goals? Are they somebody who has trustworthy information based on the life that they live, based on the results that they've produced in their own life? And you have to ask these questions, because if you're listening to anybody and everybody, first of all, you're going to have a diverse array of opinions. No matter who you talk to, everyone's going to have their own opinion. And if you don't have your own opinion, you're going to be spun in circles, because everybody's going to tell you something different based on their own experience. So you have to ask yourself, who do you listen to? Who do you trust? How do you evaluate this person's information, the source of information, the results in their life? For example, you wouldn't necessarily want to take relationship advice from somebody who has horrible relationships, right? You wouldn't want to take fitness advice from somebody who's severely overweight, right? You wouldn't want to take financial or investing advice from a person that's living on the streets and broke and homeless. This is so obvious, but yet if you look at your circle of influence and you look at the people that you listen to, some people, they don't want to be alone. They just want to have friends and they want to be able to talk to people. And that's fine. But if you look at the people that you're talking to and the life that they're living and the advice that they're giving you, you're going to notice that the life that they're living, the results or lack of results that they have, typically matches up with their advice, right? So you have to really think about, what is this advice that I'm getting? Who am I listening to? What are they telling me to do? Why are they telling me this? You have to really audit and evaluate that person's programming, audit and evaluate the results that they've created in your life. And if you deem that they're a high-level person with a high level of results in an area that's relevant to the area that you're asking for advice in that case, well, then you should probably take the advice. But in most cases, most people that we're talking to haven't accomplished anything of significant value, and the advice that they're giving us is not good. There's nuance to this, right? Obviously, you're going to listen to your parents on certain things, right? Because your parents care about you. But just because they care about you doesn't mean that their advice will be correct. In some cases, it might be, if they've achieved the life or the thing that you want to achieve, if they have a great marriage, if they're financially successful, take advice from them in those areas. But if they're not, and you want to do something, most likely that they haven't achieved, they're going to most likely discourage you. So, and now this is true for your friends, it's true for your associates, it's true for people who are not able to see your vision. The Bible, Jesus said, do not cast your pearls among swine. And, this is not to say that the people in your life are swine, but it's a metaphor for casting your ideas and things that you really believe in and things that really make a difference for you, things that you hold dear, right? It says, don't give those to people who won't appreciate them, is essentially what that metaphor is saying, right? So if you have a dream, if there's a dream in your heart, if there's a goal, if there's something you want to accomplish, a lot of people have friends that if you tell them the goal, they're going to tell you it's dumb, they're going to discourage you, they're not going to, because, they haven't achieved anything or they haven't accomplished anything like that, so they don't think it's possible for you because it's not possible for them, right? So you have to really consider the source. So number one, consider the source. Number two, consider their results. What is the outcome in their life? What are the products? What have they produced in their life? What results do they have in life? What have they done in the relevant area that you want to talk to them about or get advice from them on? that says they're somebody worth listening to. So consider the source. And what that means is they have credibility. It means you understand why they're saying what they're saying to you, and you know that they're somebody who's going to encourage you. So, you guys probably hear a lot that you need to find mentors. Well, finding mentors is really hard unless you buy into masterminds, in which case your access to those mentors is usually, it's usually not good, right? You don't have full access to really good mentors. Or you have to, by luck, come into somebody who truly believes in you more than you believe in yourself. Those are the people who will make a big difference for you. But ultimately, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't understand what's important to you and what your goals are and what you're going to accomplish and achieve in your life, it's going to be really hard for you to share that vision or those ideas with people who don't have vision for their own life, or they don't have their own goals. And they're going to discourage you, and they're going to crush your goals. They're going to somehow, whether overtly, directly to your face, or subconsciously, defeat you by telling you it's a bad idea, or there's risk, or there's something wrong with this and it can't be done, because they don't see a way in their own mind and their own programming, right? So this is why it's so important to look at, consider the source. Who do you listen to? What are the results they've accomplished? And what makes them worthy of being an authority in your stream of communication? Because we're being communicated to all around us. The entire world is vying for our attention, communicating to us and at us. And so you have to ask yourself, what have they accomplished? My name is Brandon. I have spent the last 20 years investing in myself, personal development, learning, investing in real estate, and doing everything I can to overcome myself, overcome my bad habits, overcome my patterns, and build a life that I'm truly proud of. I don't advertise everything, right? So I'm not, this famous guru or something like that, right? But I do have results. And if you look into what I've done, there's a reason that most people should listen to me. Of course, there's plenty of people who are on a higher level. If we take control of our situation in life, we take control of our mind, and we direct our thoughts to the accomplishment of a worthy ideal. This is what Napoleon Hill said is the definition of success. If we do that, then we are in control of our destiny. And you can create a life that you're truly proud of. You can build yourself into a person and a character that you're truly proud of, someone who has integrity, someone who has a valid word, who honors their word, and somebody who is truly proficient in their craft, and somebody who is truly a good person and a valuable individual to know. And so this is what I've done. This is what, and I'm constantly looking for mentors and investing in myself and looking for who I should be listening to as it relates to my business, building my media company, building my real estate company, and even my work, because I, work in tech and I do sales. And so all these things that I do is part of this journey that I embarked upon. I didn't even know that I wanted to be successful. I just realized I didn't have direction. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to listen to. And like you guys, a lot of the time we take advice from people that we just don't know have any value. We don't know the salt. We don't know their worth. And so I started just reading books. Books and YouTube, this is a great way to find good mentors initially, because, let's be honest, until you know somebody's accomplished something, it's hard to know whether or not you should listen to what they have to say. So all I'm asserting to you is that just because you are in a place and maybe you don't know who to trust or you don't know who to listen to, don't take advice from your friends if they're discouraging you. And don't take advice from your friends if they haven't accomplished something that you want to accomplish. Don't share your dreams with people who are going to crush them, because I'm here to tell you, no matter what your dream is, if you have a dream that was put in your heart, you truly desire something in your life, I'm here to tell you that you can accomplish it. You can do it. In order to do it, you have to believe in yourself first. And once you do that, you can find people who've accomplished similar things and start to align with them. But don't go to people who don't have any idea about what you're trying to do. They don't believe that you can accomplish this, or they're skeptics, or yes, you have to ask questions. You have to validate. You have to, they say trust but verify. So that doesn't mean just believe everything blindly if you find somebody that you like what they're saying. But at the same time, you don't do that for people that don't have the results you want. The reason this is important, because we have messaging, we have people, everyone's trying to sell you something, everyone's trying to, get something from you, or, we're just, even just take your attention. We're at this point in society where it's very confusing for somebody who's trying to find their way. And I'm here to tell you that you can accomplish what you want if you believe in yourself and you take the action. And in order to get good advice, you have to find somebody who's accomplished it. And don't let yourself get discouraged by noise. And the noise is, uncertainty, people who discourage you, people who question you or cause you to question yourself. These are things that are so important to your success and to your survival that if you don't consider what I'm saying here, you're going to fall victim to somebody who is already a victim to life. You don't want to take advice from people who have a victim mentality. And I understand life has knocked a lot of people down. But if you have determination, I've been knocked down again and again and again and again, but every time I get up, every time I come out better off, and I never give up. And, this is what's built my strength and my character and my ability and my resolve to keep going. But if you take advice from somebody who's quit or someone who is just like wallowing in their failure, you're going to become just like them. So, you have to be really careful about who you listen to in that aspect. So this is just the beginning of my message sharing with you. I just wanted to give you guys this message because it's really important to me that we start to embody the truth that we have within ourselves, and we don't let the world out there, we don't let people out there start to sway us. You need to look at who inspires you, who can guide you on your path, not who puts you down, not who puts doubt in your mind, and not who causes you to question yourself, because life is hard enough. We need to build self-belief, we need to invest in ourselves, and we need to have mentors that believe in us. Some of my best mentors have been people that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and they believe in me more than I believed in myself, and they called that greatness out of me. So I'm here to do that for you. Call it out of you. Think about who you're listening to. Think about what it means for your results in your life, and start taking action towards your dreams.